Now, if you are in the market to potentially sell in the next year or two, this is going to be a great video for you to understand what you need to do in order to be ready when that time comes. With that, we'll be diving into 5 tips that will help you sell your home or prepare to sell your home. Tip number 1 is understanding what your timeline is going to be. Now, when it comes to selling homes, typically you're going to get your best bang for your buck, usually if you're going to be listing in the springtime, and again in the fall time around the September, when it comes to listing your home and getting the most bang for your buck and getting the most amount of activity when it comes to buyers. And something to consider when you are looking at different options or whether or not you need to be selling your home and then buying, or figuring out what kind of strategy will best work for you given your particular timeline. Tip number 2 is going to be understand your finances. This is going to be very critical for you moving forward, so that way you understand what strategies would be available for you when you are buying the next home, or understanding what's going to be needed in order for you to take that next step in life. Now, with that, it's a good idea to be talking to a lender, and if you ever need a lender, feel free to let me know, and I'd be more than happy to shoot you over a couple great recommendations. And also from across the states, I do have a lot of different contacts that would be able to help you as well. With that, when you are looking at this, you're wanting to also be talking to your CPA and understanding what the tax implications might be, especially if you are nearing the end or getting towards the retirement phase, and understanding what's going to be the best option for you, especially if you're wanting to buy that next home. And if you don't have the debt to income ratio or the assets needed, it might become problematic. Always a good idea to have those conversations beforehand, and also a good idea to be starting to talk to an agent and understanding the actual value of your home at this moment. Even though it might be a year or two out, it's always a good idea to be prepared, so that way you have a good long runway to get everything ready and you're not feeling super rushed when it comes to the selling process.
Nice.
Now, tip number 3 is going to be fix up your home. It's a great idea to have a talk with a real estate agent to understand what's going to be important to fix up and what's not going to be important to fix up. If you are looking to add a certain feature that may not actually have a huge return on value, it would be always a good idea to talk with a real estate agent and better understand what the punch list is, so that way it gives you a long runway to get all of that work done, especially if you need some major repairs needed. I also work with a company that will be able to potentially help you out in the sense of, when you are selling your home, they do all the renovations beforehand, and then at the sale of that home, they would then get paid out. If you have questions about that, feel free to DM me or contact me with my contact information down below. Tip number 4 is going to be getting the seller property disclosures completed. This is going to be a critical part for when you are looking to sell your home. And usually a real estate agent will have a standard set of forms where you can go through and update all of that. That will make sure that you are ready to go when you do need to list. This is going to be a tip that you probably want to be doing about a month to 3 months out before the home is ready to sell. Tip number 5 is going to be get professional photos. Professional photos make a huge difference when you are listing a house, and will really attract more eyeballs, which means that you will be getting more potential offers and more buyers coming through. Now, with this, it may be a good idea to potentially time those photos or get everything ready to go maybe earlier on, when we do have a lot of sunshine and you can kind of see the full beauty of the home during that spring and summertime, especially if you are looking to list potentially in the winter. So something to keep in mind when you are looking at listing your home. I hope those 5 tips were helpful for you in terms of understanding what you might need to do before you sell. And if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to message me. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching.